I choose to identify as an artist. I don't choose to identify as a citizen. I have been stigmatized by the label of starving artist. I've been stigmatized by the label of being mentally challenged, over-emotional, lazy, a nonconformist, rebellious, a drug addict, someone that needs medication or mental assessment, someone that should be Baker acted. And the stigma has hurt me much, but I don't like lemonade, but I'm fed a lot of lemons in life, and I've learned to mold my life in a situation where I feel unique. And to see what's going on now and people petitioning and demanding acceptance when so many people have struggled. The LGBT community has achieved great success and momentum in relevance, and they are given many benefits and advantages by way of threats and force, and yet they want more. And the black community and women and other nationalities and ethnicities, even religions, have been respected, and they know that it's up to them at the end of the day. But no one has spoken for artists. Yes, there are city funds that are available, but that they have to spend for each year, but you have to fall into a category and somebody has to like you and embrace you. And often at times, they'll find a reason of separation and to degrade you when you are an artist. And because I don't work the same hours as people, and I choose to do things in a different way, and I choose a creative path of thought, I've allowed myself to have a life. And I've been profiled and beat up by the police, and I've been disregarded for opportunities. I've been judged and condemned for my whole life. And I conduct myself in a civil, courteous, sometimes blasphemous manner, but I don't create victims. I don't lie, I don't cheat, I don't steal. I pay it forward, and I don't want anything for free. But I do want to get the credit that I deserve for my existence. And I don't want to infringe on anybody else's momentum or whatever. And I do identify as a man. And when I used to play with my mom's makeup, I'm glad nobody was there to tell me that I might be a woman. Even when I had wore Shogun Ninja dresses and kilts, I didn't get the promotion that I might be feminine. Even for my long hair, when men chase me down in traffic and almost have accidents because they want to see me until they see my face. Or they follow me around in grocery stores and department stores and even pull over, to come into stores or to see what I'm doing. And then they realize I'm a man. And when police see me working, and I like to work at night too, and I've been profiled for that, even beat up by the police and falsely prosecuted because they assumed that I was some drug addict, lackluster, no-show-up artist that was going to fuck up. But I met the challenge and I fought for my rights. And now to see people fighting for what isn't their right to gain acceptance, other than for the life that they can live, especially in America, as they are. But they want more and they want more and they want to shut you down. And I don't want to shut anybody down. But when you're messing with kids and you're trying to undermine the progress of women that are fighting for equality in a masculine world, I got a problem with you. And when you want to compete with women and running races and stuff, I got a problem with you because that's for them. Okay? And I invite anybody to try artistic things. But if you're working in a cubicle, you don't vote on behalf of people that are working outside, and vice versa. And we need a separation, unfortunately. And what brings this to light is the transgender community, because you are hindering the performance and ability for evolution of your own community and group. And just like black police officers not going on strike for decades and decades after racism exists and police brutality against black people exists, to the point where even the president and vice president have something to do with them sitting in jail. It's a hypocrisy. You should be fighting for things like the courts aren't open, after 9, after 5, and before 9. But yet, that's when people work, and that's when charges are being placed upon people. Cigarettes and alcohol and pills are available, but people are sitting in jail for weed. Okay? And you need to leave kids alone, because a family has a right. They've invested their time and heart and commitment and effort and money and sacrificed their lives to raise children for you to undermine them. And everybody should have their guns if they want. Just don't use them illegally. And if you're going to take guns away, then you need to take the N-word away. And you need to take the vaccine away, because it does not work for everybody, and still people are getting the thing. You need to realize what's going on. And I've had the opportunity to sit with a lot of people. And yeah, I still live under the stigma day to day. But it doesn't matter, because I'm strong enough and I will weather the storm no matter what comes to me. But I'm not about to claim entitlement, because I've only been here for 48 years. And you have a right to information, you have a right to education, and you have a right to make your own life valid and find a way to apply it on a path that you may have to cut out and carve out yourself and beat down, like I am every single day. And the suicide rate for men is climbing because we are lonely, because women have been led on for older people with money in a generation gap that discrimination goes on. And here you're claiming something that is just not relevant. It's not relevant. It's relevant for you to act like a woman, to dress like a woman, but to be accepted like a woman if you do not have a womb, it's unacceptable. Okay? It is. And that's my opinion on it. And I think that it's a circumstance that needs to be respected. Just like if a policeman's dog is an officer, then a policeman shouldn't be able to shoot your dog, because that's a family member just protecting you. There's a lot of hypocrisy going on here, and it has to end. And in order for this country and this world to be great, we have to realize that there are no borders and there are no boundaries other than that which doesn't make sense. Because a great dude said, you can't just wake up and decide to be 60 if you're only 40. And the same thing goes. You could dress like an old person, you could hang out with old people, and you could do that. That's fine. But to get Social Security and those things when you're not, and you still have the abilities, you don't have the ability to compete with a woman because you don't have a womb. Just like any more than I don't have the ability to work a 9 to 5 because my attention span and my format and my whole system does not work for that. I can't do certain kind of drugs, and I can't drink. I never drunk a six-pack in my whole life. I can't smoke cigarettes, but yet I'm not allowed to go outside and play guitar for 5 minutes if I'm working. You want to talk about what's fair and what should be balanced out? Sure. You see how many places my mind went? That's great. You see the picture to the left of me? That's a dragon falling through broken glass, a stained glass roof. That's right. He's cracked up and he's all cut up. And on the right of me, it's a non-identity of a person that exists in the Matrix with a clean slate. And you have a right to start off like that. But to claim other people's lives and try to change them, it's a big difference. All you need to worry about is how you conduct yourself. Don't lie, don't cheat, don't steal, and don't create any victims or take advantage of people for evilness or personal gain or selfishness, and you'll be all right. And you're allowed to live your life. You've been accepted everywhere. You're asking for too much. And for people like me, it's ridiculous because nobody's fighting for artists, yet everything is built around art and design. Go figure that one out. We're not represented by artists. We're represented by politicians with careers and reputations that hurt everybody, yet nobody wants to agree with that because, they're saying that they're going to benefit you and they're going to change society just on your behalf, just so they can get votes. And you feel like you got something to stand on. It's ridiculous. We're wasting too much time on these lackluster issues that don't apply to the whole of what life is. And it's actually not advancing our species. But if we stop now and realize that you can live without trying to change everybody by having your own community, you could do that. How come all the people that feel like they want to be women and they're men and vice versa, you got a lot of money. You got jobs, you got careers, you got businesses. buy a little town and create your own community and have it that way. Don't try to change the world around you. Nobody cares about my emotions. Nobody cares about my feelings. Why should we care about yours? I'm still going to make it. I'm still going to build a life. No one said it was going to be easy. But one thing that our forefathers did set up is we should have rights. And we should be addressing things like police brutality. We should be addressing things like, infringement on people's lives by social issues that really should be kept in the home behind closed doors and on a personal level. Emotions don't matter here. Your emotions mean nothing. Just go take that into consideration. Find a bit of outlet, okay? Pick up a musical instrument. When I go into the store, there's guns. There's guns for babies to play with. There's video games where people are shooting guns and killing thousands of people a day on video games in a simulation. But there's no musical instruments. There's no art supplies to that degree. So no, we shouldn't take guns away. Men shouldn't be allowed to be considered as women and put in magazines for Woman of the Year and running women's races. And people that are hypocrites shouldn't be running office and representing people and challenging that. It's a disgrace. Screw you. This is my work of art. I identify as an artist. And this is my impression, and this is my example, and this is my display of public opinion in a creative form based on social and economic issues and issues concerning our rights in the here and now in June 2022. Good luck.